here with reaction. He just came out with a brand new book. It's in bookstores as of today. Beyond Biden. It's on Amazon.com, Hannity.com, bookstores everywhere. Fox News contributor Newt Gingrich. What has Kamala Harris accomplished? Because she's supposed to be the border czar. She never went anywhere near where the action at the border is. You know, I've got a long list I can read off to you, and I think, you know, we've got, you know, literally, apparently, she hired a PR team. They had that disastrous phony video session with child actors. She's done nothing as border czar. Of course, the weird laughing that is seemingly unending goes to travel to France. She comes out with a phony French accent, doesn't resolve the issues she was supposed to resolve involving Australia. So tell me where they're successful, Mr. Speaker, because I don't see it.
By the way, there is a website that has 10 hours of Kamala Harris laughing, taken from all these various interviews.
10 hours.
10 hours. That's right. I mean, if you want to punish a friend, make them watch it. But it gives you a sign of what's happening to her. I mean, being the laughing vice president is not necessarily a good thing if that's one of your most famous accomplishments. I think she actually accomplished something very historic. She got CNN, historically the strongest supporter of liberal Democrats, to run an entire story pointing out that the president's team and the vice president's team are fighting internally in a very ferocious way. I've never seen CNN do anything that would be harmful to Joe Biden. This story was devastating. And I think it starts with a simple fact. Biden's at 38% approval. She's at 28% approval. Powerful people wake up in the morning and they go, it can't be me. So I wonder who's doing this. So the Biden people say, it's all Harris's fault. The Harris people say, you know, if only he was using her correctly. And I think you're going to see more of this kind of backbiting, because the truth is she hasn't accomplished anything. I mean, it's an embarrassment. But then on the other hand, she's working with Joe Biden, who has accomplished almost nothing, and it's an embarrassment. As you point out, just watching him in public in an unscripted environment is a little frightening, frankly, to think that this is the commander-in-chief and to know that our opponents around the planet are watching the same TV coverage. So I think this is, to me, this is, having known a fair number of vice presidents, this is an amazing moment for probably the worst vice president in American history.
Well, I mean, they have this conflict that's obviously going on. Joe's at 35% on average in the public approval polls. She's at a whopping low 28%. I would say Afghanistan's the reason. The economy's the reason. More people dead from COVID in 2021 than 2020 is the reason. The chaos at the border, inflation, the high cost of energy because of their policies, all of these issues preventable. They could fix it if they go back to the Trump policies that work. We both know that's not going to happen. So now the question is, how do they dig themselves out of this hole if they're not willing to change?
Well, there's no evidence at all right now that they will dig themselves out. As you know, a major liberal publication just released a poll that shows the Republicans now ahead by 10 points in the generic ballot, which is the largest lead they've had in 40 years.
Yeah.
You know, think about it, 40 years. And I think that poll actually understates how bad it is because it oversampled Democrats and undersampled Republicans. But the fact is, they're not going to turn around inflation. They're not going to close. They don't believe in closing the border, so they're not going to close it. They don't believe in stopping crime, so it's going to keep going up. They don't believe in taking any steps that would stop inflation. And frankly, the idea that somebody like Buttigieg, who has had no experience, is going to solve the logistics problem is crazy. So you're going to have more Americans angry. Every day when Americans fill up their car or their truck, they get madder at Biden and Harris. And I think Harris suffers more because she isn't as well known. And frankly, to have her laughing while the rest of us are suffering is a pretty bad counterpoint. And I think just further alienates her from most Americans. If you're not a hardcore liberal, you've been alienated from Kamala Harris. And I think basically ended any chance she'll ever be president.
Don't forget Jennifer Granholm, the energy secretary, laughing too, saying, "What's your plan to?"
Well, I assume Jennifer was a imitator of Kamala. That the new thing for liberal Democrats is to learn to laugh.
It's not so funny for the poor and middle class, Mr. Speaker.
People are suffering.
Yeah, they're desperate, and you know what? They're not going to go. They can stop begging OPEC and just ask Texas, Alaska, North Dakota, and Oklahoma. Mr. Speaker, by the way, the book is out, Beyond Biden, bookstores everywhere, Amazon.com, Hannity.com. Sir, thanks for being with us.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.